Saw a very interesting documentary last night on YouTube, and I'll label this Never Trust a Trust. Truss, Truss, I believe. It was a documentary on what made the World Trade Center fall down, go boom. Now, years ago, when I first seen them build it, it was a documentary of some kind. I thought these people were crazy because I'm looking at all the faults that could happen with something like that. You got a very thin outer layer. I mean, really thin. I mean, it's big beams like that, but when you add acres of area, hundreds of feet, they turn very small pretty fast. Okay, so I'm looking at all the different angles that when they're building. I said that is crazy, and they had clips to hold the floors up, floor sections, and they added concrete and office space. Wow, talk about lunaticy. No reinforcement. It was fascinating what I saw. And then I saw the documentary last night, and it confirms what I believed about World Trade buildings. I mean, an aircraft that size is pretty big and covers quite an area and takes out the inner core column pretty fast. And I understand ballistics, okay? You know what a 22 caliber bullet does to in a piece of wood. Well, what about a cannon or a 50 caliber Browning round? Okay, get it? Ballistics, energy, speed, volume, time squared. Okay, you don't understand that? You don't. Okay, well, I got mass energy relation. Yes, steel doesn't melt. It gets kind of reddish, and that's why blacksmiths use that time to bang it into shape, right? Right. You understand that now? Okay, good. So when you got a huge structure like that and a massive amount of volumetric fire, the energy equivalent and kerosene and plastic mixed together, wow. So those beams, when impact happened, blew off the protective coating on the steel beams, fire resistant material. So you got areas that are subject to heat, the weight of the building, and all that. Oops, I knew that was happening. I thought it saw it slipping like that, huh? Things happen fast. I'd have to hold it. Well, anyway, it was interesting to see that how they figured everything out by taking all the beams to the scrapyard and looking them over, forensics engineers and that. So they determined that it was a clips giveaway. It was one of the main faults. And when a clips give away, the floor goes down, collapsing effect, bashing down. So everything went straight down because it buckled the outer shell and inner shell. Demonstration, see the video, okay? So I know a lot of you think dynamite was used, and this was used, and that was used, and all secret squirrel stuff. No, sorry, reality is quite different than what you think it is. So you have you have a disorder called reality comprehension disorder. It's pretty sad, but anyway, because you don't take into account all the different people that died in the aircraft, all their names and all their timelines. Well, what about them? All those airplanes and all those timelines. People research that out. No, they wouldn't have dynamite. Illogical to dynamite. Somebody would be caught. Because those buildings had 24-hour surveillance and everything else. So what's the point, huh? Arguing with reality comprehension disorder people. I'm not going to. It's a waste of time. They got their own mind set up. They believe what they believe, like Donald Trump, and God, and religion, and all that. Pretty sad, but unfortunately, you think that. So easy to say God is doing it to get rid of people, the global warming and all that, blah, blah, blah. That's all nonsense. It's just reality comprehension disorder, not addressing the real issue, which is really a serious issue going on these days. So, back to Twin Towers. So, interesting stuff. Volumetric fire is huge. But again, if you look at those clips and how those sections were connected, you probably would throw up. if all of that was welded, okay, it probably would have stood all welded. It had to, instead of just small clips and butt joints and all that, it just added to the problem. And you got one floor going down, bang, hits another floor, and that goes down. Then there's a mass effect pulling on the outer shell of the building, buckling it in. And you get a collapse that goes down in 9 or 10 seconds. Got a big mess on your hands, and all the dust is from the concrete. Wallboard. So when that stuff explodes, you know concrete gives off dust. They smash it up. Wallboard and paver and smoke. Air movements. Elevators falling at warp 9. You know, come on. Anyway, that's my belief. I believe it. I should have been a structural engineer. Oh, I seen something like this a long time ago when I was a kid. The uh, second Knowles Bridge collapsed because a crane was overweight on the end they were going to join together. Phil Gallardi was blamed, I believe. Iron Memorial Bridge, Vancouver, Canada. It just went down. That steel, similar, without fire, twisted it up like you wouldn't believe. Check it out. Iron Memorial Bridge, Second Narrows Bridge, Vancouver, Canada. You see pictures of the same kind of thing, and so that's my lesson on structural engineering. That's why I make everything so strong, you know.